Good morning. Today we will discuss about the cell division. Okay. Before starting the cell division, we must have understand that why we are studying the cell division. That is, what would be the objectives of the cell division. So yes, by studying this topic, you can explain the organelles. You can explain the substance that will involve in the cell division. You can also describe the various steps involved in the cell division. You will see there is a various steps in the cell division. You can all explain all the things. You can identify the various tissue and organ that helps in the cell division, because you can understand in the cell division cell having the cellular components, and these cellular components will how perform their functions that we have to study. Even you can explain the events of all stages of mitosis in cell division. After studying this chapter, you can demonstrate how and when the process of DNA replications, chromosomal alignments, and the chromosomal separation are accomplished during the mitotic cell cycle. So you can explain all the things. You would be able to describe the function of the various substance in the cell division and the role of the chromosomes in cell division. Now start the first point of our cell division. As the name indicate, cell divisions. That means cell is gonna to divide. Most of the human bodies undergo the cell division, the process by which cells reproduce themselves. We know we are the multicellular organism. Multicellular, that means more than one cell. We composed more than one cells. Million cells is there. So how these cell is gonna to reproduce? These cells is gonna into the division. So that is the process by which the cell will reproduce themselves. There will be two type of the cell division. You will see the somatic cell division and the reproductive cell divisions. A somatic cell division, soma means body. We already discussed. Soma means body. So somatic cell division is any cell of the body other than a germ cell. If you're talking about the somatic cell, that will any cell of the body other than a germ cell. A germ cell is a gamete or any precursor cell destined to become a gamete. So germ cells को छोड़ के बाकी जो जितनी cells होती हैं, that will be a somatic cell. In somatic cell division, cell undergoes a nuclear division called mitosis and cytoplasmic division called cytokinesis. Okay, so if you're talking about somatic division, then you will see in the somatic division there will be a nuclear division. If the cell's nuclear is going to divide, now we have to understand if the cell is going to divide into two parts, into two cells, and these two cells are also the complete cells. That means they have the nucleus, they have cytoplasm, they have plasma membrane, both cells. Now only one cell, earlier is it was only one cell. स्टार्टिंग में सिर्फ ये एक सेल था जिसमें न्यूक्लियस है, साइटोप्लाज्म में प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन है. दैट मींस इट्स अ कंप्लीट सेल विद द सेलुलर कंटेंट. यही सेल दो सेल में जब डिवाइड होगी तो दोनों सेल्स में दो न्यूक्लियस होने चाहिए. एक एक न्यूक्लियस दोनों में होंगे, दोनों में साइटोप्लाज्म होंगे, दोनों में सेल प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन होगा. दैट मींस सब कुछ का डिवीजन हो रहा है यहाँ पे. सो इफ अ न्यूक्लियर डिवीजन विल बी देयर, अगर जब न्यूक्लियर का डिवीजन होगा तो उसको बोलते हैं हम that will be called mitosis, and cytoplasmic division called cytokinosis. Okay, so these are the to produce the two identical cell, each with the same number and kind of chromosomes. Okay, so in somatic cell division, cell undergoes a nuclear division called mitosis and a cytoplasmic division called cytokinosis. It is also called a karyokinosis. Nucleus division will be also called the karyokinosis. Karyon means nucleus. So nuclear division हो रहा है, karyokinosis, cytoplasmic division हो रहा है, cytokinosis हो रहे हैं, to produce the two identical cells, each with the same number and kind of the chromosome as the original cell. And Somatic cell division replace the dead or injured cell and add a new one during the tissue growth. So you'll see the somatic cell division is replace the dead or injured cell. So those cell who are dead, those cell who are injured, that can be replaced by the somatic cell, and these will add a new one during the growth. After the somatic cell, another one you will see the reproductive cell division. It is a mechanism that produces the gametes, the cell needed to form the next generation of sexually reproducing organs. Okay, so this type of the cells will need it to make to form the sexually reproducing organism for the next generation. This process consists of a special two-step division called meiosis. So mitosis is there and meiosis is there, in which the number of chromosomes in the nucleus is reduced by the half. So we'll see in the meiosis the number of chromosomes is gone to half. The cell cycle is an ordinary sequence of events by which a somatic cell duplicate its content and divide into two. So if you see the cell cycle in a ordinary sequence, that is an event when the somatic cells will duplicate the it contains and divide it into two parts. So these cell consist of two major periods: interphase, when cell is not dividing, and mitotic phase, when a cell is dividing. Interphase will those phase where the cell is gonna to ready to divide, prepare to division, and then it will come into the mitotic phase where a cell is gonna to divide. Interphase. During interphase, the cell replicates its DNA. It also produces the additional organelles and cytosolic components in anticipation of cell division. Interphase is a state of high metabolic activity. It is during this time that the cell does most of its growing. Interphase consists of three phases: G1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase. The S stands for the synthesis of DNA because the G phase are periods where there is no activity related to DNA duplication, and they are thought of as a gap or interruption in DNA replication in duplication. So you will see in the interface is going to divide it into three phases: G1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase. Now, what will happen in the G1 phase? When the cell will enter into the interphase, it will goes into the G1 phase. So the G1 phase is an interval between the mitotic phase and S phase. Okay, it's a interval है between किस phase के, एक mitotic phase के है और एक S phase के है. During G1, the cell is metabolically active. It replicates most of its organelles and cytosolic components, but not its DNA. तो डीएनए को छोड़ के ये सब चीजों का क्या होगा, इसमें रेप्लिकेट करते हैं, डबल कॉपीज बनाई जाती हैं. Replication of centrosomes also begin in the G1 phase. For a cell with the total cell cycle time of 24 hours, G1 lasts 8 to 10 hours. However, the duration of this phase is quite variable and it is very short in many embryonic cell or cancer cell that remain in the G1 for a very long time, perhaps destined never to divide again, are said to be in the G0 phase. Most nerve cells are in the G0 or G0 phase. Once a cell enters in the S phase, however, it is committed for the cell division. Now you will see here the cell cycle. G0 is there, that exit from cell cycle, non-wedding cells. G1 phase is there, S phase is there, and G2 phase is there. Then mitotic phase. G1 phase having the cell metabolically active, duplicate the organelles, and cytosolic components like the cytosome replications will begin. G1 phase, that means the cell is going to prepare themselves to enter into the S phase. ओके, हर एक फेज में, जैसे जीवन की बात कर रहे हैं तो जीवन में सेल अपने आप को प्रिपेयर करेगा जिससे वो एस फेज में इंटर कर सके, और एस फेज में से फिर अपने आप को प्रिपेयर करेगा जिससे वो G2 फेज में जा सके और G2 की रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी कर सके। G2 में देन सेल अपने आप को चेक करेगा, एंड यू नो एवरी segments having a checkpoint, like as when the cell will goes from the G1 to the S phase, there will be the checkpoint. This checkpoint will check the cell having all things is okay or not to enter into the S phase. So it will goes into the S phase. If there is anything that is not completely present in the cell, then this checkpoint will rejected these cells, and these cells goes again into their earlier stage. So in the G1 phase is there, then when the G1 phase completed, then the cell will goes into the S phase where the DNA replication will be there, and when the S phase will be completed, then the cell will goes into the G2 phase where the cell growth is again going to continue. Enzyme and other proteins are synthesized, centrosome is there, replication is there, and this will be complete. Then the cell will enter into the mitotic phase where telophase, anaphase, metaphase, and prophase will be start, and cell going to divide into two. As you progress with your studies, you will learn that the ECF differs depending on where it occurs in the body. We already know about that. Okay. These are the points where we're talking about the ECF. Okay. Now come to the S phase. The S phase, the internal between the, it's an interval between the G1 and G2, lasts about 8 hours. During the phase, DNA replication occurs. As a result, the two identical cells formed during the cell division will have the same genetic material. The G2 phase is the interval between the S phase and the mitotic phase. It lasts 4 to 6 hours. During G2, cell growth continues, enzymes and other proteins are synthesized in the preparation for cell division, and replication of the centrosome is completed. DNA replicate during the S phase, and its helical structure partially uncoil, and the two strands separates at the point where hydrogen bonds become connect the base pair. Each exposed base of the old DNA strand then pairs when complementary base of newly synthesized nucleotides. A new DNA strand takes place as a chemical bonds form between the neighboring nucleotides. The uncoiling and complementary base pairing continues until each of the two original DNA strands is joined with a new firmly complementary DNA strands. The original DNA molecules has become two identical DNA molecules. A microscopic view of a cell during interphase show a clearly defined nuclear envelope, a nucleolus, and a tangled mass of chromatin. Once a cell complete, it activates during the G1 as and G2 phase of interphase, and then mitotic phase will begin. So before going to mitotic phase, now first let me clear the doubts of you everything. Mitotic phase is those phase where the cell is going to divide. So सेल को डिवाइड होने से पहले सेल के अंदर हर एक चीज की डबल कॉपी होनी चाहिए. ओके, दैट मीन्स सेल हैव टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर द डिवीजन. और ये प्रिपरेशन और ये तैयारी, ये डिवीजन की तैयारी किस में होगी? इंटरफेस में होगी. ओके, सो इंटरफेस वो फेज है जिसमें सेल अपने आप को कंप्लीट प्रिपेयर करता है, कंप्लीट तैयार करता है फॉर द डिवीजन, जो स्टार्ट होता है G1 फेज से. G1 फेज के बाद सेल को कहां जाना है? एस फेज में जाना है. और एस फेज में क्या होगा? डीएनए का रेप्लिकेशन होगा. तो डीएनए के रेप्लिकेशन के लिए डीएनए से रिलेटेड जो भी प्रोटीन्स होंगे, लाइक द हिस्टोन प्रोटीन इज देयर, सो सेल को वो सब अपने आप रेडी करना पड़ता है. तो सेल विल बी मेटाबॉलिकली एक्टिव होगी G1 फेज में, ऑर्गेनेल्स को डुप्लीकेट करेंगी. साइटोप्लाज्म में जो कंटेंट्स होंगे लाइक सेंट्रोसोम्स होंगे, इनके भी रेप्लिकेशंस होंगे. कुछ प्रोटीन्स बनाएंगी like histone protein. Then the cell will goes into the S phase, and before going to S phase there is a checkpoint between the G1 or S phase. There is a checkpoint. These checkpoint will check that cell have everything is not. If cell having everything, then the checkpoint will allow to cell go into the S phase. Otherwise, the cell will not allowed to go into the S phase. अगर चेक पॉइंट में ये चेक हो गया कि जीवन फेज से जो सेल आया है उसके अंदर सारी काबिलियत है, तब तो वो एस फेज में जाएगा फॉर द डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन, तब वो डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन के लिए जाएगा। अदरवाइज रिजेक्ट कर दिया जाएगा और वापस ये जीवन फेज में आ जाएगा। ठीक वैसे ही अगर सेल काबिलियत है, सेल के अंदर कंप्लीट ऑर्गेनेल्स हैं, रेडी है, देन इट विल इंटर इनटू द एस फेज। देन ये एस फेज में जाएगा, डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन फेज में, जहां पे उसके डीएनए का रेप्लिकेशन होंगे। एंड फ्रॉम एस फेज, if cell is going to complete the DNA replication, that it will goes into the G2 phase. In the G2 phase, from the G2 phase, cell have to go into the mitotic division phase. So yes, G2 phase में again cells के अंदर सब कुछ होना चाहिए, enzymes होने चाहिए, proteins होने चाहिए, which are used in the mitotic phase. Now from the G2 phase, again cell will goes into the mitotic phase, and then the cell division will be start. The mitotic phase of the cell consists of a nuclear division, mitosis होगा इसमें, and the cytoplasmic division, cytokinosis. So there's a two things will be there. The mitotic phase of the cell cycle consists of a nuclear division and a cytoplasmic division. As I earlier told you, nuclear division is a karyokinesis, while cytoplasmic division is a cytokinosis. To form two identical cells, किस लिए? दो identical cell बनाने के लिए. The events that occur during the mitosis and cytokinosis are plainly visible under a microscope because chromatin condenses into the discrete chromosomes. The mitotic phase of the cell cycle consists of a nuclear division and a cytoplasmic division. Okay? And the event that occur during the mitosis and cytokinosis are plainly visible. You can see it under a microscope, how it gonna to divide, how the nuclear gonna to divide, how the cytoplasm gonna to divide. Now nuclear division, the mitosis as noted earlier is the distribution of two set of chromosome into two separate nuclei. So here you can see the distribution of the two set of chromosomes into the two separate nuclei. The process results in the exact partitioning of genetic information. The process results in the exact partitioning of genetic information. For convenience, biologists divide the process into 4 stages. Okay. So to make it convenient, to make it easy, the biologist is divided these whole process into the 4 stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. It is a continuous process. However, mitosis is a continuous process. One stage merges directly into the next. Okay, but to make it easy, to make it understand, they are divided into the 4 stages. Prophase, that will be during early prophase. The chromatin fibers condense and shorten into the chromosomes. They are visible under the light microscopes. So, prophase is a condition. Before the prophase, during the early prophase, this is the chromatin fibers. Sorry, as these fibers is gonna to condense and shorten into chromosome. Chromatin fibers होंगे जो fibers condense हो जाएंगे और short हो जाएंगे, क्या बनाएंगे? Chromosomes बनेंगे. That you can see under the light microscope. The condensation process may prevent entangling of the long DNA strands as they move during the mitosis. The condensation is important because by the condensation it becomes a short and chromosomes. But if it will be long, then during the moving it can be entangled. So yes, condensation is important. So because the longitudinal DNA replication took place during the S phase of interphase, each prophase chromosome consists of a pair of identical strands that will be called the chromatids. Okay, so the S phase of interphase and each prophase chromosomes that will consist identical pair of strands, जिसको क्या बोलते हैं, chromatids बोलते हैं. And a constricted region called a centromere hold the chromatids pair together. और centromere region होंगे where they will hold the chromatids. तो हमें क्या क्या इंपॉर्टेंट ध्यान रखनी है. सबसे पहला क्रोमेटिन फाइबर्स जो कंडेंस्ड हुए और क्रोमोसोम्स बनाए. ओके, कंडेंसेशन इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है, क्योंकि क्रोमोसोम दीज आर द क्रोमेटिन फाइबर हैविंग द लॉन्ग स्ट्रैंड्स, डीएनए के लॉन्ग स्ट्रैंड्स हैं ये. इट कुड बी इंटैंगल्ड, ये फंस सकते हैं, उलझ सकते हैं. सो इसको सॉर्ट करके क्रोमोसोम्स बनाया गया. देन क्रोमोसोम हैविंग द टू आइडेंटिकल पेयर जिसको हम क्रोमेटिड्स बोलते हैं. And these chromatids are pulled together and hold together in a centromere. At the outside of each centromere is a protein complex that will be known as the kinetochore. Later in prophase, tubulin in the pericentriolar material of the centrosomes starts to form the mitotic spindles. अब प्रोफेज में बाद में क्या बनाना शुरू करेंगे, माइटोटिक स्पिंडल्स बनेंगे जो फुटबॉल सेट होंगे, असेंबली ऑफ द माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स दैट अटैच टू द काइनेटोकोर. As the microtubules lengthen, they push the centrosomes to the poles to the inside of the cell so that the spindle extends from pole to pole. So microtubules को जो लेंथ होंगे, lengthen, they push the centrosome. ये centrosome को push करना शुरू करेंगे और उसको दोनों एंड्स पे, पोल पे ले जाएंगे. So the mitotic spindle is responsible for separation of chromatids to opposite poles of the cell. So ये opposite pole पे ले जाने का काम कौन कर रहा है, mitotic spindles. Then the nucleus disappear and the nuclear envelopes break down. So अब यहाँ पे क्या होगा, when these two chromatids goes to the opposite poles, then you will see the nucleus is disappear and the nuclear membrane is gonna to break down. Then second phase, the metaphase will be start. After the prophase, then metaphase will start. Now cell enter into the metaphase. During metaphase, the microtubules of the mitotic spindles align the centromeres. मेटाफेज में क्या होगा, जो माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स है ऑफ द माइटोटिक स्पिंडल्स के, वो अलाइन करेंगे सेंट्रोमियर को of the chromatid pair at the exact center of the mitotic spindle. So the midpoint region is called the metaphase plate. Metaphase plate is the middle phase, बीच का phase होता है, that is called metaphase. So the midpoint region is called the metaphase, in which the microtubules of the mitotic spindles, जो mitotic spindles के microtubules हैं, ये अलाइन करते हैं सेंट्रोमियर ऑफ द क्रोमेटिड पेयर at the exact center of the mitotic spindles. Then cell will goes into the third anaphase. During anaphase, the centromere split. Now अब anaphase में क्या हो रहा है, anaphase में centromere split हो रहे हैं, separating the two membrane of each chromatid pair. Separating the two membrane of each chromatid pair, which move toward the opposite pole of the cell. So in this anaphase, centromere is going to split, अलग-अलग होंगे, separating the two membrane of each chromatid pair, दोनों chromatid pairs को separate कर देते हैं, that will moves toward the opposite pole. Once separated, the chromatid are termed chromosomes. जब एक बार इनको separate कर दिया गया, now these chromatids are termed as a chromosomes. As the chromosomes are pulled by the microtubules of the mitotic spindle during anaphase, they appear V-shaped because the centromere lead the way, dragging and trailing the arms of the chromosomes toward the pole. Now the cell will goes into the last phase, that will be called the telophase. The final stage of mitosis, telophase, begin after the chromosomal movement stop. The identical set of chromosomes now at opposite poles of the cell, uncoil and revert to the thread-like chromatin that will form a nuclear envelope forms around the each chromatin mass, and nuclei reappear in the identical nuclei and the mitotic spindle breakups. जो organs जो like the nucleolus envelope nuclear membrane, these are going to disappear in the prophase. जो disappear हो गए थे अब वो टेलोफेज में क्या हो रहे हैं, वापस reappear हो रहे हैं. Now these are the things you can see here. This is cell division, that will be the mitosis and cytokinosis. Begin in the sequence. At first point, you can see the top of the figure in is a serial number 1. Okay, interphase. Then cell having the centrosome, centrioles, everything is there. Now this set has to be divided into two. When the cell from the interphase, it will be goes into the mitotic phase. Now you can see the cell is going to divide into two parts, and both cells, okay, that means it is a prophase. Both is first phase is a prophase. The first one is the early prophase, then second one will be late prophase. In early prophase, you can see there is a centromere, chromosomes, two chromosomes joined at the centromeres. Okay, so जो chromatids है वो joints हो जाए centromeres पे, early prophase. Now in the late prophase, there is the kinetochore protein will be there, mitotic spindles, microtubules will be there, and the fragments of the nuclear envelope is there. Then from the prophase, it will be goes to the metaphase, that is the middle phase, where this goes on the equatorial plate. Both are aligned in a center. From metaphase, it will be goes to the anaphase, where they are gonna to ready to divide. And from the anaphase, it will goes to the telophase, where cleavage occur, and then it will form the two identical cells. In interphase, it will gonna to enter. So either if the cell is ready, and if the cell is divided, then it will leave the cycle. Otherwise, if there's any types of the problems is present in the cell, then cell will goes again into the cycle. Now these are the event of somatic cell cycle. First phase is the interphase. So let's just recap कर ले हम एक बार फिर से. In interphase, it is a period between the cell division, the chromosomes not visible under the light microscope. G1 phase, metabolically active, cell duplicate organelles, cytosolic components like replication of chromosome begin. Cells that remain in the G1 phase for a very long time and possibly never divide again are said to be in the G0 phase. S phase, replication of DNA and centrosomes. Then G2 phase, cell growth, enzymes and protein synthesis continues, and replication of centrosomes complete. Mitotic phase की बात करें तो parent cell produces the identical cell with identical chromosomes, and chromosomes is visible under the light microscope. Then it will goes into the mitosis, where the nuclear division, distribution of two set of chromosome into the separate nuclei. Prophase, chromatin fibers condensed into the paired chromatids, nucleolus and nuclear envelope disappear. Each centrosome moves to an opposite pole of the cell. Metaphase, centromeres of the chromatid pair line up at the metaphase plate. Then anaphase, centromere split, identical set of chromosomes move to the opposite pole of the cell. Then telophase, nuclear envelope and nucleoli reappear. Chromosomes resumes chromatin form, mitotic spindle disappear. Then cytokinosis will be there. A cytoplasmic division, contractile ring form the cleavage furrow around the center of the cell and dividing the cytoplasm into the separate and equal portion. So nucleus is going to divide, cytoplasm is going to divide, and then cell will form a new cell. Meiosis of the reproductive cell, division that occur in the gonads, ovaries, and testes. produces the gamete in which the number of chromosomes is reduced by half. As a result, gamete contain a single set of 23 chromosomes and thus are haploid. So fertilization restore the diploid number of chromosome. As you will see, the result, the gamete that will contain a single set of 23 chromosomes, and thus are the haploid cells. Okay, single cells. So fertilization restore the diploid number of chromosomes. Now meiosis, unlike the mitosis, which is complete after a single round, meiosis occur in two successive stages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Like mitosis is just complete in a single round of the cell, while meiosis is gone out into the two steps, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. During the interphase that precede the meiosis first, the chromosome of diploid cell start to replicate. As a result, the replication of each chromosome consists of two sister chromatids that will be genetically identical, which are attached at their centromeres. This replication of chromosome is similar to the one of the proceeds mitosis and somatic cell division. So mitosis one that will be begins when chromosomal replication is complete. Then consists of the four phase: prophase first, metaphase first, anaphase first, and telophase first. Now, prophase first is an extended phase in which the chromosomes shorten and thicken, the nuclear envelope and nuclear disappear, and the mitotic spindle forms. Two events that are not seen in the mitotic prophase occurs during prophase 1 of the meiosis. First, two sister chromatids of each pair of the homologous chromosomes pair of an event called synapsis. The resulting four chromatid form a structure called a tetrad. Second, part of the chromatids of two homologous chromosomes may be exchanged with one another. Such an exchange between the part of the non-sister that will be the genetically different chromatids is termed as the crossing over, and this process among other permit an exchange of the genes between the chromatids of homologous chromosomes. So due to the crossing over, the resulting cells are genetically unlike each other and genetically unlike the starting cell as they produced them. So these are gonna two different. Now, crossing over result in genetic recombination, that is the formation of a new combination of the genes, and accounts for a part of the great genetic variation among humans and other organisms that form the gamete via the process of the meiosis. In metaphase first, these are the same phase like the metaphase, prophase, telophase, anaphase, but it is going into the two steps, first and second. So in metaphase first, the tetrads formed by the homologous pair of the chromosomes line up along the metaphase plate that will be on equatorial plate. Then during anaphase first, the member of each homologous pair of chromosomes separate as they are pulled to opposite poles of the cell by the microtubules. The paired chromatids held by a centromeres remain together. Then telophase first and cytokinosis of meiosis are similar to the telophase and cytokinosis of meiosis. The net effect of meiosis first is that each resulting cell contains a haploid number of the chromosomes because it contains only one member of each pair of the homologous chromosome that will present in the starting cells. Then it will goes for the meiosis second. It will also consist of four phase. Similarly, prophase second, metaphase second, anaphase second, and telophase second. These phases are similar to the those that occur during the mitosis. The centromere is split and the sister chromatid separates and move toward the opposite poles of the cell. So in summary, meiosis first begins with the diploid starting cell and ends with the two cell, each with the haploid number of chromosomes. During meiosis second, the each of two haploid cells formed during meiosis first divides. The net result is four haploid gametes that are genetically different from the originally diploid starting cells. So you can see here, these are the meiosis reproductive cell division. You can see there's a prophase 1, that is meiosis first is going to happen, in which it is formed the two identical cells. Then it will go on to the meiosis second with these two identical cells, and then it form the four. You can see there's a comparison between the mitosis and the meiosis. There's a difference between the mitosis and meiosis. You can see mitosis is how simple, two identical cells, while in the meiosis that will only occur in the germ cells. It is going to produce the n number of the cells, four cells. Now I put some quiz to make it understand very easy. So the question was first, the term chromatin would be used in reference to which of the following? Chromatin word हम किस reference में use करते हैं? It's a genetic substance, cellular energy, membrane support, or nuclear membrane. Which one is there? Yes, we know the chromatin is not a cellular energy, it's not a membrane support, it's not a nuclear membrane, it's a genetic substance. So yes, answer is correct. In protein synthesis, where does translation occur? प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस में ट्रांसलेशन कहाँ होता है? साइटोप्लाज्म, बिटवीन राइबोसोम्स टीआरएनए एंड एमआरएनए, या फिर न्यूक्लियस बिटवीन राइबोसोम्स टीआरएनए एंड एमआरएनए, न्यूक्लियस बिटवीन डीएनए एंड एमआरएनए, cytoplasm between DNA and mRNA. So where the protein synthesis occur, that means does the translation. प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस के समय ट्रांसलेशन कहाँ होता है? सो वी नो देयर विल बी अ साइटोप्लाज्म में होते हैं, तो दैट विल बी द आंसर ए, साइटोप्लाज्म बिटवीन द राइबोसोम्स टीआरएनए एंड एमआरएनए, जो ट्रांसफर आरएनए और मैसेंजर आरएनए होते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, which one of the following statement best describe the DNA? इसमें से कौन सा स्टेटमेंट है जो डीएनए को बेस्ट डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है? डीएनए इज अ सिंगल स्टैंडर्ड डीऑक्सीराइबोन्यूक्लिक एसिड. डीऑक्सीराइबोन्यूक्लिक एसिड तो है बट सिंगल स्टैंडर्ड नहीं है. सिंगल स्टैंडर्ड राइबोन्यूक्लिक एसिड ये तो इनकरेक्ट है, इट्स नॉट अ राइबोन्यूक्लिक. डबल स्टैंडर्ड डीऑक्सीराइबोन्यूक्लिक एसिड, यस, आंसर सी, डबल स्टैंडर्ड डीऑक्सीराइबोन्यूक्लिक एसिड इज करेक्ट. In which phase of mitosis would chromosomes line up at the center of the spindle? कौन से फेज में स्पिंडल के सेंटर्स पे आ जाते हैं? वी नो इट कम्स इन टू द मिडिल फेज, मेटाफेज, इक्वेटोरियल प्लेट पे आते हैं. सो एनाफेज में नहीं आते हैं, इंटरफेज में नहीं आते हैं, प्रोफेज में नहीं आते हैं. सो यस, मेटाफेज विल बी करेक्ट आंसर. इन अ सेल साइकिल विच फेज टेक्स द लॉन्गेस्ट टाइम टू कंप्लीट? सेल साइकिल में कौन सा फेज है जो सबसे अधिक समय लेता है कंप्लीट होने में? Interface, 8 to 10 hours. So yes, obviously, so answer B is correct. What is the purpose of meiosis? To produce. अब meiosis का purpose क्या है? क्या produce करने के लिए meiosis use में आता है? या what is the reason of meiosis to produce? A, DNA, B, somatic cell, C, diploid cell, और D, haploid cells. किसके लिए होता है? meiosis का क्या पर्पज है? So meiosis is used to produce the haploid cells. Okay. Which sorry, that means the what results from the events that occur during the metaphase of mitosis? इसमें से कौन सा रिजल्ट होगा किसका? That event occurred during the metaphase of mitosis. जब माइटोसिस का मेटाफेज होता है, इसमें से क्या होता है? The nuclear membranes form around two nuclei. It's incorrect. The chromosomes are aligned on a plane in the center of the cell. Yes, the chromosomes are aligned on the equatorial plate. जहाँ पे सब एक समान दिखते हैं, एक सेंटर पे हो जाते हैं. तो आंसर बी इज करेक्ट. C, the chromosomes become visible and attached to the spindle fibers. No, the chromatids from each chromosome separate and move to the opposite side of the cells. No, so answer B is correct. What is the name of the process of division of a somatic cell? If you are going to see the cell division, then you will be understand what is the name of the process of division of somatic cell nucleus. into two daughter nuclei. Somatic cell nucleus into two daughter nuclei. Prophase, cytokinosis, mitosis, or meiosis. So the process of division in which the somatic cell is gonna to divide. That is nucleus into two daughter. So obviously it is a mitosis. So yes, answer C is correct. What happens during the anaphase of mitosis? Anaphase में क्या होता है? We know the prophase, metaphase, then anaphase, third phase. स्पिंडल फाइबर्स पुल ईच क्रोमेटिड्स टू अपोजिट साइड। जो स्पिंडल फाइबर्स होते हैं वो क्रोमेटिड्स को पुल करते हैं अपोजिट साइड ऑफ द सेल। द सेंस एंड नॉन सेंस स्ट्रैंड्स unzip along their hydrogen bonds. RNA polymerase forms a complementary strands by reading the sense strand. The cell cytoplasm divide into two cells. So yes, in the anaphase, the spindle fibers pull the chromatids on the opposite side of the cell. So yes, answer A is correct. Next will be like in the ribosome of a cell, the mRNA is read to produce the particular amino acid. We are talking about the in the ribosomes. So जो mRNA होते हैं, जो messenger RNA होते हैं, is read to produce the particular amino acid sequence for the formation of protein. So protein को बनाने के लिए amino acid का use किया जाता है, a particular sequence का. What is the process called? Just before earlier we saw a quiz, a question that is protein synthesis and translation occur. So if you're here, we are talking about the formation of the protein to the amino acid sequence. Then what will be the process? Translation, transcription, transportation, transmutation. So yes, it's a translation will be. Now cell division is complete, and in the cell division, I know cell division is just a little bit complex. So goes through these points, what I tell you, that just keep focus and think about that cell division. I can be two types, somatic and reproductive. Except the germ cell, all things are the somatic cell division. Now the cell division is gonna into the you can say in the interphase and the mitotic phase. Interphase divided into three phase: G1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase, and then it will goes into the mitotic phase, where you will see the prophase, metaphase, telophase, and anaphase and telophase. So in interphase, the three phase one, phase that means phase G1, S phase, or G2 phase. These all three phase, that means intermediate phase, is only the purpose is that it will make the cell ready to divide. जो इंटरमीडिएट फेज होते हैं, इनका बस इतना ही सा काम है कि सेल को प्रिपेयर करते हैं कि जिससे सेल क्या हो सके, डिवाइड हो सके. सेल के अंदर हर चीज का डुप्लीकेशन बनाने का काम कर देते हैं. Okay, so that will be the things. Now thank you. We will meet again in the next class with new topics, some with new things. Till then, goodbye.